Squealer, who uses scare tactics to basically blackmail people into doing something. AI could do the same by blackmailing mass amounts of people or key roles, such as the government, to doing things that are questionable. Until the age of 10, I always believed in the tooth fairy. But when I found out that it wasn't real, I was very upset about it. You might have had a similar story as me. Well, this is true for Animal Farm, except that the events are a bit sadder and more darker. In addition, real life society is also like that, but with a diabolical twist. Squealer is the master manipulator in George Orwell's Animal Farm, who manipulates the animals in Animal Farm into believing what the despot ruler Napoleon the Pig believes. Some strategies that Squealer uses is rhetorical fallacies, including the scare tactic, which basically scares animals into believing what Squealer wants them to believe, such as constantly reminding them of Jones, which was the Animal Farm's abusive ruler. And Squealer has also been found doing underhanded deeds, such as sneaking in the middle of the night and changing the 7 commandments, which is basically the golden rules that all animals should follow. Here's the real world version of Squealer. Edward Bernays, born in 1891 and died in 1995. Edward Bernays was an American writer, but he was also secretly a master manipulator, much like Squealer. But unlike Squealer, instead of conjuring facts from nothing and performing underhanded deeds, he uses his cunning to turn regular objects into needs. For example, Bernays promoted public smoking for women by framing this act as a symbol of liberty and freedom. In addition, Bernays wrote the book Propaganda, which basically teaches all the essence of public relations, aka propaganda, and that's why he is known as the father of public relations. In the book Propaganda that he wrote, he mentioned that the modern society should not be governed by a democracy, but instead an invisible government that secretly controls everything from behind the scenes. Here's the differences and the similarities between Squealer and Bernays. Both of the characters change people's perspectives and manipulates the crowds, but Squealer does underhanded tactics and uses fear and ignorance instead of doing what is actually called real propaganda, which is basically using emotions and psychology and cunning like Bernays did. Come to think of it, I realized that there is a lot of AI trickery going on, such as deepfakes and voice phishing using AI, and because of this, I believe that it is more imperative to know about the truth from lies and how to distinguish between them. Thank you for listening.